Good evening, and welcome to the Results Night. I am Naomi, the SU President. It is lovely to see you all here today. After the last few months of online learning, it's fantastic to see students on campus and to see you guys, campaigning and things like that. So welcome. This election comes after an unprecedented year of Zoom lectures, lockdowns and uncertainty, and while COVID is not completely over, it is lovely to see things start to go back to normal, and being able to hold this election on campus, which just goes to show that we are able to experience the normality that we once were able to see and be around our friends and families. And now you are all here to find out who your next liberation officers and faculty reps are. It takes a lot of courage to stand for an election, and I know that because we did it as your full-time officers. So congratulations to you for being able to do that. So I would just like to ask you guys all to give those that stood for this election a round of applause, please.
So hi everyone, I'm Tolu, your Vice President of Welfare and Community, and it is my pleasure to announce this year's Liberation Officers. I'm really proud of everyone that ran for these type of roles and we're out there campaigning, getting to know students, telling students this is what I want to do, this is the change I want to make, so you should all be very, very proud of yourselves. At SUBI, we have 6 liberation campaigns that represent the underrepresented groups, student groups in our university, and each campaign is led by an officer who is responsible for representing these students and delivering events and campaigns and things like that throughout the year. So we'll start with the Asian, Arab and Ethnic Minority Officer. In this election, there were 2 candidates, Mo Kapoor and Reopen nominations. So this year's Asian, Arab and Ethnic Minority Officer is Mo Kapoor. Moving on to the next role is the Black Students Officer. In this election, there were 5 candidates, Adebola, Ebube, Sarah, Oluwaseun, and Reopen nominations. So this year's Black Student Officer is Ebube. Moving on to the next role, which is Disability Student Officer. In this election, there were 3 candidates, Katie, Caitlin, and Reopen nominations. So this year's Disabled Student Officer is Caitlin. And now we are on to the Lesbian, Gay, and Bisexual Plus Officer. So in this election, there were 2 candidates, Jodie Cobb and Reopen nominations. So this year's LGBT officer is Jodie. Now I'll be reading out the winner for the trans and non-binary officers. So in this election, there were 2 candidates, Ariana and Reopen nominations. So this year's trans and non-binary officer is Ariana. And now moving on to our final liberation role, which is the Women's Officer. In this election, there were 4 candidates, Iona, Aisha, Lauren, and Reopen nominations. So this year's Women Officer is Lauren. Those are all the Liberation Officers read out, so congratulations to our new elected Liberation Officers. I cannot wait to work closely with you guys throughout this academic year. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Chico and I'm very excited to announce this year's faculty reps and faculty officers. Like Tolu and Naomi have said, we're really excited to see so many of you actually participate in this, and we know that it's incredibly difficult to run a campaign, but you should all be very proud of yourselves for how far you've come. For each of these roles, we have 3 faculty rep positions available, and the candidate with the highest number of votes will be invited to become faculty officer. Faculty officers and reps are responsible for representing their faculty in senior level levels to the university. They are essential to ensuring that the university is able to listen and respond to the student voice. and you also get to work closely with me, and I'm pretty cool. Okay, so we will start with the faculty reps for business school. In this election, there were 4 candidates: Yash, Nicole, John, and reopen nominations. The faculty reps elected for business school are Yash and Nicole. And this year's business school faculty officer is John Bernard. So moving on to the media and communications reps. In this election, there were 3 candidates: Latayan, Olu, and reopen nominations. The faculty reps elected for media and communications are Latayan. This year's Faculty of Media and Communication Officer is Olu. And moving on to the final results for this evening are Science and Technology reps. In this election, there were 5 candidates: Oyoleke, Louis, Paige, Taiwo, and reopen nominations. The faculty reps elected for Science and Technology are Louis and Taiwo. So this year's Science and Technology Faculty Officer is Paige. Congrats to all our new faculty reps and officers.
Congratulations to all our new officers. I'm looking forward to working with you and seeing what you have in store for us. That is all from us tonight. Thank you all for coming tonight, and feel free to stay and mingle. I hope everyone have an amazing evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'm Jodie, and I just won the LGBTQ plus Liberation Officer role.
I'm Caitlin, and I've just been elected in as the Disabled Student Officer.
I'm Paige Morgan-Edwards, and I've just been elected for SciTech Officer.
My name is Nicole Chi, and I just won the faculty rep for business school.
I'm Yash Thakur, and I'm a second year student at Bournemouth University Business and Management. I've been elected as a business school faculty rep.
And how do you feel about winning?
Oh yeah, I feel grateful for it, for being elected as the faculty rep.
I'm relieved, I'm grateful, and I'm thankful for all the students who voted for me.
Very excited.
Catherine, relieved, because for the past week I have been really stressed about whether am I going to get the role or not.
I'm really excited. I'm actually really pumped. My voice doesn't show that at the moment, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting stuff done.
And what's the first thing you're going to do as soon as you get into office?
As soon as today the first thing I'm going to do is go to bed.
The first thing I'll be doing is to hold a meeting. And I'll be taking in feedback from students, and then after that, I'll be working on the education of the faculty.
The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and figure out who's the student rep for my faculty, and then I want to contact the faculty, the student rep, and then I'm going to make sure that they know what they're doing, and I want to make sure student voice is going to be heard.
So what my whole campaign was based around is changing a bylaw. I'm currently in talks with Charlotte about getting that submitted for the first Subu Summit, which is in a week and a half's time.
Set up communications with the rest of the officers.
I think I'm just going to make a group chat with all of the reps this year and the reps who have just been elected, so we can all get on board with what's going on, what needs to be improved, and come to a consensus.
And is there anyone you want to shout out and say thank you?
The entire students of Bournemouth University who voted for me.
Pretty much all of Subu. They've helped me immensely.
I really want to shout out to Chico and George from last year, because last year I won the student rep of the year, and they're the one who actually said to me that you should actually apply for the role, because I didn't thought I would actually win the role.
I want to give a big shout out to the whole of my society, Gamer Society. You guys have been amazing in supporting me, along with my husband, my sister, and my best friend Beth.
I'd like to thank my housemates for enduring my stressful campaigning period. And I'd like to thank my parents and my dog Honey. But yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.